We are sailing empty pockets, Mike, Tiffany, and our dog Penny. We have a 2006 Hunter 38 sailboat, and we have decided that it's finally our turn to untie the lines and go live this dream that everybody else has been talking about. Yes, we are another sailing channel, but I can promise you we are a lot different than everyone else. If you would like to follow along on our journey, please like our videos and subscribe to our channel to keep updated on the latest content. In this episode, we continue on the Intercoastal Waterway, aka ICW, making stops at the Alligator River, Belhaven, and Oriental, North Carolina. After about 10 or so miles of leaving Coinjock, you'll find yourself in the Albemarle Sound. This is a very shallow, wide open body of water, so you need to make sure that you have a good weather window when crossing. We opted for a northwest 5 to 10, and the conditions were okay. You'll also want to keep an eye out for crab traps. This trip was 30 nautical miles and took us 5.5 hours. The Marina's nice. They only have about 12 boat slips, but all the docks were recently redone. There's lots of grass for the dogs to run, and it's a decent facility for a night or two. We stayed for a few days because there was some bad weather headed our way.
This is a river, people. This is not the bay. This is not an ocean.
Our next stop is Belhaven. It is 45.5 nautical miles away from the Alligator River Marina. It will take us 8 hours to do this trip. This is the Alligator River Swing Bridge. The bridge will not open if the winds exceed 25 knots. Our draft is 5 feet. We did not have any issues navigating in or out of the Alligator River Marina. The Alligator River is anywhere from 8 to 20 feet deep. It's 3.5 miles wide, and you will have about a 14 nautical mile trip to the end where it turns into the Alligator River Pungo Canal. Having that storm yesterday, there's quite a bit of debris. Right there you can see there's a log, aka deadhead, just floating in the channel.
How is it out here today, Mike?
For this trip, we did not have any cell phone service. The Alligator Pungo Canal is about 20 miles long, and it is mostly uninhabited land that the military uses for bombing drills. Rumor has it that traveling through here you may see bears and alligators. We did not see either. You'll have to go under 2 bridges on this route. The first is the Fairfield Bridge. This is a fixed 65-foot clearance, and there are no height boards. This is your view for the next few hours. Penny was enjoying it. She loves hanging off the side of the boat, checking everything out. This is the Wilkerson Creek Bridge. It is fixed with a 64-foot height clearance. The tide here is wind-driven. Shortly after going under the Wilkerson Bridge, the canal ends and opens up into the Pungo River. We were able to put the front sail out for a bit. We had a 4-mile trip to the Belhaven Marina. The trip from the Alligator River Marina to Belhaven was 8 hours and 47 nautical miles. We're staying at the Belhaven Marina. They have free laundry on site, and they're steps away from the downtown. Next stop, Oriental, North Carolina. We're going to just hang here for a few days, though. We're leaving Belhaven now. It's about 7:30 a.m. It's about 45 degrees. It's cold. Today is not going to be very warm. There's a possibility of rain, so we got our rain gear on here. and we're doing it. You know what? If we don't, we're gonna end up stuck in North Carolina because it's only gonna get colder. We're in Belhaven for a week. It's a cute town. We had fun. The only thing with that town is that not everything's open on the same day. So, for example, everything's closed Sundays. Certain things are open on Mondays, but no restaurants except Chinese, which is on the other side of the town. And I don't know if I would trust Chinese food from some random place like that. But there's about 5 restaurants, and they're all open on different nights of the week. So, that's not what we thought. We looked at the map. It looked like everything was here. There were things going on, and we found out that was not the case. On Sunday, nothing was open at all. So, what can you do? But the weather's not so great. You can kind of see it's very overcast. There's a little chop, but we decided that we just have to keep moving because it's going to start to get cold really quickly. It's already in the 30s in New Jersey, we've heard, so I don't want to find out what that's like here. We've got a long way to go. Right, Mike?
Yeah.
To get from Belhaven to Oriental, North Carolina is 41 nautical miles, and it will take us 7 hours to get there. This is R.E. Mayo. It's a famous shrimping dock, and they also sell seafood. It's a large walk-in freezer that you can pull up, dock, grab some food, and be on your way. Thank you, Tom, for helping us with this Dodger. We would be dead without it. Woo. It's chilly. The Bay River is a wide open body of water that feeds into the Neuse River. Today, the wind was northeast winds, 10 to 15. However, we didn't see that. We saw northeast winds, 20 sustained, with gusts over 30. Hands down, I would say this is top 3 of worst experiences on this trip. There's nothing you can do. You can't turn around. You can't stop. Even when we took the sail down and just motored, it was a little more controllable, but it was still just horrible. I mean, what can you do? We had our life jackets on. We had following seas once we rounded the Neuse River, and it was just scary. But what can you do? You just have to stay calm. After a 7-hour day of just getting our butts kicked, we couldn't have been happier to finally be pulling into the port. We were staying at the Oriental Harbor Inn and Marina, and we could not wait to pull in and warm up. Oh look, there's Sailing Vessel Prism. They have a YouTube channel as well. Waiting for the pigmobile to pick us up so we can do some food shopping. This guy's riding through on a bike. Look at this. Oh, don't stop! Don't stop! Don't stop! Oh! Don't stop! Piggly Wiggly. It's the Piglet shuttle. The storm really intensified as the day went on. The water was so high that part of the street was flooded. Luckily, the docks were not underwater, but the tide was so high we had trouble getting on or off the boat. So luckily we had a milk crate, and Mike was able to make us a step with the milk crate and some bungee cords. The wind was whipping, I would say gusts over 30, and we were rocking and rolling in the slip. I'm gonna bake some oatmeal cookies on the boat. We are in Oriental, North Carolina, and there is literally nothing to do. So, bake some cookies. This morning, I didn't have any eggs, and there was a local seafood place that sells fresh seafood, and they had a sign out front that said local eggs sold here. So I went in, and I wanted to just buy one egg because we don't really have room for a dozen eggs in the boat. And the guy was like, hold on 1 second, I'll be right back. He comes out, he gives me 2 fresh eggs that were laid today and told me not to worry about it. So now we're making cookies. Here's a quick disclaimer. I can't say that I'm a baker at home either. So we'll see how these come out. How can you mess it up? I've never had a freshly laid egg before, so just to make sure, I cracked it in a solo cup to make sure there was no blood or chickens in here. I don't know. I'm from the city, people, so this is all news to me. So I got my cookie mix, my egg, and 1 stick of butter. Alright, I'm gonna try not to make a mess here. So given the size of my cookie sheet here, I don't know how big these cookies are going to get, so I'm only going to do 6 to start, and we'll see. I have a second baking sheet that I have prepared with 6 more cookies. I peeked at the first batch and they seem to be okay this size, so we'll see when they're done. Not bad. Someone woke up from a dead sleep. Special appearance from the Cookie Monster. Oatmeal is her favorite, so. The cookies came out great. We made about 2 dozen. It took a while since the oven was so small, but it was well worth it. And there was nothing else to do on a rainy day. Anyway, in our next episode, we will be continuing on down the ICW to South Carolina. If you would like to follow our journey, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the latest content.